I'm joined on the Crispin Flintoff show by Nick Georges. How you doing, Nick?
Yeah, I'm all good, thanks very much, and as good as can be expected under the circumstances, I guess.
Well, it's good to see you in a car again. I saw you in a car last time. You seem to be good at broadcasting from cars. Now, I'm sorry that the reason that you're coming on is pretty shocking. I mean, I've seen the video and I'll share it. You're lying on the ground there in the road. I mean, what happened before that?
Well, basically, it's a group of seven of us, all from the local Palestine Solidarity Campaign organisation, and I think five of us were all OAPs, and we were just peacefully protesting for Palestine. We're on the bridge at Egham over the M25, and we had a banner dropped either side to try and raise awareness of the horrors of what Israel is doing in Palestine. And we were walking behind the banners with a couple of Palestine flags. All of a sudden, my friend said to me, "Oh, look out, look down there." And I looked down there, and I could see this group of seven people, five men and two girls, marching very quickly straight up at us. I rushed over I think there were three of us on one side of the bridge and three of us on the other side, something like that, to the others. And I said, "Have you got your phones? Get your phones out and video this straight away. And look what this group, they're coming here with intent." By this time, the leader of the group had got to my friend, Simon, who was holding a flag. He was a huge bloke, this man, very tall. He must have been at least 6'6". He ripped the flag out of Simon's hands, just snapped the pole in two, ripped the flag. And this is where it all gets a bit vague for me, because all I can say is what I actually remember now. And in my head, what I was thinking, right, I'm going to go up to him and ask him to stop doing that, give our flag back. But I don't remember that at all. All I remember is the next thing I vaguely came to, I was staggering across the road, being aware that I couldn't stand up and thinking, oh, perhaps that man hit me. And I don't remember after that either. So what happened basically, I must have gone up to him, although I can't remember that. And he's hit me really hard on the left side of my head. And he must have knocked me unconscious, because, that's why I don't remember before and after anything about it, apart from when I vaguely came to staggering in the road. And then obviously I went down, and I don't even remember going down. I don't remember hitting the road or anything. I was vaguely aware of people about, and I do remember to check me over that they had to cut all my clothes off. They cut right through my jacket, right through two jerseys, a t-shirt, my trousers and my underpants. I had to cut the whole lot off so they could check me for other injuries. I really was out of it. All I just wanted to sleep. I just wanted to stop. My head was going round and round. I couldn't have stood up or anything. Anyway, eventually the ambulance came and they got me to the ambulance. And I remember in the ambulance, I burst out hysterically crying. And I don't cry very easily. And I was just hysterically crying. And I think I could just see this man's face. And I do remember this bit. I remember him coming up to my friend Simon, and the rage, the anger on his face and the aggression. And he was screaming, "Get that fucking flag out of here. You're not having that fucking flag in my fucking country. Fuck off out of here." So aggressive, so violent and so angry. And it was just shocking. I'm personally, I've never been in a fight in my life. I'm 73. I've never been in a fight in my life, so I'm not very used to how it works and that sort of thing. Um, but the ambulance people are lovely. They reassured me, said he's fine. The police are here. He's not here. He's gone now, and everything. Anyway, they got me to hospital. I was in A&E all night. Um, they took CT scans of me, and then they discovered that they said, "Oh, you've got a fractured skull. Um, your eye socket's been fractured." So I can only assume that that must have happened when I hit the ground. Um, anyway, late the next day, they transferred me to another hospital because I had to have an operation on my ear where he'd hit my ear. 'Cause of course, my ear had my hearing aid in it, so that all compounded it, made it all a bit more difficult. Um, and it was rather strange because for the first couple of days, didn't feel too bad. I felt, oh, I've got away with this. But then suddenly, come day three, it's all of a sudden like I hit a brick wall, psychologically, mentally, and physically. Um, I felt absolutely terrible, and I was in a real mess, I must admit. Um, it's also re-triggered. I had lots of heart operations all 18 years ago, and it's re-triggered the problems with my heart as well, which is a real long-term concern to me. So yeah, basically, it hasn't done me any good at all. Um, the thing that I keep thinking about is this man, like he was so aggressive, so angry, and so furious, and filled with hate. But this man had never seen me in his life. He he probably knew nothing about Palestine. He'd never been to Palestine, and he knew nothing about Palestine. Palestine probably wasn't even on his radar. So why on earth? What's happened? What's made him so become like this? And this group to hate Palestine protesters like they do. Um, my explanation of it is that Israel is losing the propaganda war. It knows very well it is. It's recently, I think it's completely bought out TikTok, Google, and Meta, so we can all expect to be inundated with very, very clever, sophisticated pro-Israeli propaganda very soon from all these different media outlets. But the one thing Israel hates is people supporting or protesting for Palestine. Now, one way they can try and crush Palestine protesters in this country is via Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson is funded entirely by Israel. He's a huge fan of Israel. He drives around in a massive, great Bentley, and he's got a huge reach in this country, as you can see by all of a sudden, all over the country, all these British flags have suddenly appeared. So what I'm guessing has happened, he's used his huge outreach to reach all the immigrant haters, all the Muslim haters, all the black people haters, all the boat people haters, and somehow is indoctrinated and propagandized all this large group of people to attack Palestinian protesters. I mean, these right-wing groups, these fascist groups, obviously they all know about immigrants. They hate the boat people, and they're full of hate for all people. But Palestine's not on their agenda. They know nothing about it. So I was just been trying to work out what's happened, and we protest regularly for Palestine. We go marches, we have our flags, we protest about all sorts of things back for Palestine. And in the last couple of months, we have noticed a dramatic rise in the violence and the aggression and the hatred with which we're being met. I was nearly attacked the other day. We were doing a protest against Allianz, the huge insurance company that insures Elbit weapons factories, and it funds them, it invests massive amounts of money in Elbit. And we were protesting there. I was attacked, but luckily the police were there. They came running down and they escorted this man away. Another couple of my friends, elderly couple again, were attacked very viciously, not physically, but they actually physically had their phones ripped out of their hands and hurled to the ground. We're getting why, and it used, obviously it's Zionists are still protesting against this, but now it's dramatically being taken over by white van man, your average white builder, and the amount of people in vans who have had literally windows wound fully down, they're half out their vans in their anger and their rage, giving us the finger, swearing abuse at us. And this increase has really been dramatic in the last month, maybe a couple of months. So something's definitely happened. And, it's getting very dangerous now to protest in Palestine, which is obviously the intention and the fear that they want to spread. Tommy Robinson had to go to court the other day, and he was interviewed before going to court saying, normally, he said, I crowdfund for these court things to pay for it. But he said, I don't have to worry this time because Elon Musk has said categorically he will fund my defence completely. So I'm sure Tommy Robinson has told all his people they can do what they like because they will get all the support they need when it comes to court, which is quite a chilling thought. I don't know what the police are doing. It's been nearly 3 weeks since the incident now. Apparently, they know who the person is that committed this crime, but they haven't managed to find them yet.
Right. So I'll just show a picture of the person because you've got a still of from footage of it.
This is immediately after, these were taken immediately after the incident, while he attacked a further 2 more people after he punched me to the ground.
And this bloke's tall, like 6 foot, over 6'4" or
He's
something like that.
6 foot, very strongly built. Yes,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, if people know who he is, then maybe they can just let the police know this man should be charged with assault or probably more than that. By the sounds of it, if he attacked more than you as well.
Yes,
So you
I've
haven't
got
had
the.
any sense of that this guy's going to be caught or charged or anything.
No, all they've said is they're looking for him. But they might look for him for next. I don't know. They might find him tomorrow. They might find him in the next 2 years. They might never find him. I don't know. It's completely unknown at the moment. But as regards those pictures, if anyone does recognise him or knows where he is, the incident number. I'll repeat this twice. Maybe you could put it up on the screen. Is PR 452 501 25674. So I'll repeat that again. The incident number is PR 452 501 25674. The officer in charge, his lapel number is 42403. Surrey Police at Staines, the Staines Police Station, who are handling the case.
I mean, you'd be told, wouldn't you, if this person's been charged?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would certainly hope I'd been told. But what's interesting is that I suspect if they do find him, they'll hopefully arrest him, and then I should imagine there'll be some sort of charge or something, and then he'll be bailed. Now, this is a man who's committed GBH, and apparently this is what the charge against him is GBH, grievous bodily harm, which is a serious violence to a human being. I'm 73 years old, an OAP. There's no way people should go about behaving like that. It's completely wrong. And yet, the Filton 24, who hurt nobody, who are exercising their legal right to peaceful protest, yes, they damaged property, but they were doing that in the aim of stopping and preventing a horrific genocide. But they've hurt nobody, harmed nobody. They've been in prison for 2 years without even a trial. And yet this man, who's physically attacked me seriously and done GBH to me, none of which any of the Palestine Action people have done ever, will probably be arrested, charged, and then bailed and let out free. While the people who genuinely care about the suffering of others have been incarcerated in prison for 2 years, waiting for some mythical trial to happen. And I think that just says it all really about our country and who's in control of our country. And the things that this government does purely at the behest of Israel, a foreign power, and they will crush their own countrymen at the behest of Israel.